From Bears Last Stand to Saban's empire, we built the league, broke the mold, and rewrote the code. Crimson Tide, unstoppable, undeniable, untouchable. 7-9 champs, goal line stand. Barry Cross made Penn State fold their hand. Chile ran, Ogilvie danced. Sugar Bowl glory, banner advance. Ray Perkins brought Venice wrath. 3-time All-American cleared the path. Bill Curry's crew, Siren Stacy's fire. Deep Steve Crown, Crimson never tired. Gene Stallings, 9-2 reign. Teague stripped Miami, left them in pain. Jay Barker, Lassick, Odin Tide. Langham locked down, Thorpe took flight. We're nothing but a winner. The best to ever do it. Crimson Tide rolls deep. No one can outdo it. Built for the lights, bred for the fight. We don't chase greatness, we define it right.
Roll Tide, Alabama Nation. We are getting ready. We're getting closer. 6 days away from facing the old musty people over there in Oklahoma who are trying to take us out of the playoffs, but we're not going without a fight. Do you agree? You agree? Hit like, subscribe. Hey, let them know we coming. We're going to give it the old college try. No, we're going for a win. Let's not be deceived. We are going for a win. Hey, I got a campaign coming out. It's called Zip It Up, Keep It Zip. Don't trip, keep it zip. Stop tripping. Zip it up, man. Y'all know who you know what I'm talking to. You know what I'm talking to. I'm talking from the people that's making 30,000 to people that's making 30 million. Keep it zip. Keep it. Don't fall for it. Don't do it. Don't fall for it. It ain't worth it. Play up. Forget the excitement. Go home to that woman and hang each other upside down and get some excitement some other kind of way. Don't do it. Don't do that. Whatever you do, don't do that right there. Now, before I get into my topic today, the future of the Crimson Tide football team is getting brighter every day. Congratulations are in order. Count them. 4 Alabama freshmen. They have been added to this year's all freshman team for the SEC. Shout out to those guys. Hey, these young guns, they stepped up. They've stepped up and they stepped into the fire and they have proven themselves to be better than the rest. So congratulations to these guys. They shining brighter than the lights at Brian Denny. So I did not look it up, but I'm just wondering, I bet that a couple of these 4 guys, they were able to make it to campus last year before the bowl game. Yeah, I bet you a few of these gents pulled it off. They say, Mama, I don't want to be here for Christmas, Mama. I want to go be with the Tide. That's how they used to talk when they was in high school. Now they in college, they talk different. But see, practice can, it don't make you perfect, but it can make you better. Coach Freeman, you know that. I don't know why you capping for them people over there. But get out of that place, bro. They don't need you. They don't appreciate your skills. Find somewhere else to do your magic. They're holding you back, my boy. They're holding you back. First up, London Simmons, defensive lineman out of Jackson, Mississippi. A big guy, big impact, 6'3", 303. You hear that, DC? We got a freshman. He's 6'3", 303. Even more than that. The man was thrown in the mix when the injuries hit the defensive line. He ended up with 12 tackles, a sack, and a fumble recovery from a 3-star recruit to a freshman, all SEC. I'm going to hit that applause button again when I find it. I mean, he's out there doing the thing. He's doing it. That's like going from, kind of an old reference, going from a bag phone to a flip phone. You know what I'm saying? 3-star. Remind me of, to paraphrase from a famous movie, the original Color Purple. It's like, see, fellas, 3 stars. I can't even get it out. See, fellas, 3 stars need love too. I mean, whatever. So Simmons showed up. He's ready to clog lanes and crush dreams out there, and hopefully he continues to do that right there. It's exclusive for the Crimson Tide. Next up, Dijon Lee. Dijon Lee out of Mission Viejo. Every time I say Viejo, I get convulsions. He's just a cornerback. His cornerback is long, lean, and mean. He got burnt. He got burnt like a corn dog that stayed in the grease too long at the state fair against Auburn. But hey, he's a freshman. He'll get it together. He is 6'4" people. Played in all 12 games. He started 5 in place of Damani Jackson, who I did see in the Auburn game. Damani, come on, man. You can do it. But this man this year thus far, he's had 29 tackles, 4 pass breakups, and 2 picks as a freshman. Good Lord. I don't know what I was doing as a freshman. Trying to find that. Anyway, but he got that no-fly zone stuff propping up around him. You know, everybody's giving that vibe like, don't throw the ball over there. And I like it. Because if he stays in college football, which he should, we got him over there for another 2 years. And, you know, that's whoever it is, it's going to be it's going to be hard getting into that airspace. You know, you're going to suddenly regret it when you do. You be thinking about your life choices when you go over there. Because the boy can bring the wood as well. And he's becoming the new Crimson Tide lockdown artist. Next up, Caleb Edwards. I've been telling you, all these guys, watch my videos. I got to do 3 more because we have some unexpected people to sign with the Crimson Tide. I'm so happy about that recruiting class. I need to break that down. But anyway, Caleb Edwards, first thing I saw in his recruiting film was the fact he played, he's a big guy, he played basketball. And he was like, you know, double-digit rebounder. I think he averaged a double-double, but I'm not sure about that. This guy's 6'6". When he got to campus, he like a 6'6", 18-year-old boy. I saw him going into the center before departing for Atlanta. He looked like a 6'6" man. He filling out, y'all. It's 264 pounds. He's a skyscraper with hands. Not very speedy. He caught 11 passes so far for 150 yards and a touchdown. Had the breakout game. He had a great game against an SEC championship. Not many others did. But he even got baptized in that game too, because he got lit up. But he got up and kept on playing. You know, he got 3 grabs in that game for 42 yards. And that was kind of clutch in that game because, you know, we didn't have a lot going on. And if he was a little bit more experienced, maybe he'd have doubled that. That's how close that game could have been for being just different. 6 grabs for 84 yards. It may have made a somewhat of a difference. At least maybe a 1 touchdown difference. Maybe we could have lost 28 to 14, you know. So he's clutch. He's the kind of tight end, man, who make linebackers look like they're playing hopscotch out there because he's just so big. He kind of reminds me of the guy that Georgia had. If he fills out, I don't think even he get too much bigger than 264. May want to back off that a little bit. Because like I said, he's not that fast. He has good hands. And but if he stays right there, he could have an awesome career for the Crimson Tide. Next up is Michael Carroll. Michael Carroll out of Doylestown, Pennsylvania. Offensive lineman, 6'6", 321. Carroll is a brick wall with cleats, period. He started 4 games thus far, locking down that right tackle mid-season. You know, they played a lot of players, which is why I worry about an offensive line coach. Why are we playing a freshman? All freshmen are not equal. Even when I look at Caden Proctor versus Michael Carroll, I'm like, it seemed like there should be something in between that could start. They took Wilkin Formby, who was the right tackle, and they put him in the guard. And they don't have a problem with him at guard. I got a problem with all of them, with our running game is concerned. But featuring Michael Carroll right now, when he's in the trenches, defensive ends might as well just bring a lunchbox because it's going to be some work. It's going to be a long day getting around that guy. I mean, he is just proof that the Tide's offensive line pipeline is still pumping out monsters. These guys, everybody on that line is going to play, but something is going on with the instruction and when it comes to that run game. So, and they could be much better under, these monsters could be much better under the new Dungeon Master, if you know what I mean. You know what I'm saying? If you know what I'm saying. So they need to figure that out. So congrats to all 4 of these guys for all SEC honors. That's not rebuilding. That is indeed reloading. And
whose team is this?
I would say this.
Or is this
Each one stepped in when the Tide needed them the most, man. Proving that, the culture at Tuscaloosa is about the next man up. No excuses. We know that the injuries have been tremendous for us. And these guys have stepped in. That's 4 that play a lot. And there are others that play. Lassie Brooks is playing. There's Justin Hill. I think he's a friend. He's playing. These guys just shine amongst the whole conference. So if people don't know what happened to the Crimson Tide over the last several weeks, or in the last game, injuries are hitting us hard, right in the throat. And unfortunately, the replacements haven't shined as bright as these guys. But now when we talk about that, let's talk about the health of the Crimson Tide, which is my topic for today. Kalen DeBoer, of course, he's been telling, Tide Nation, don't judge us by that Georgia beatdown. Nice try, coach. But unfortunately, these 4 things right here, these eyeballs, and 2 for most people, they still work. They really work, and they work really well. So Alabama is walking to the college football playoffs against Oklahoma with a week to heal, reload, and unleash a squad that looks a lot different than the one that we saw limping into the SEC championship. So Alabama failed 28-7, but let's be real. Half the roster is taped together like a high school science project. I mean, we beat up, y'all. It's not an excuse, you know what I'm saying? That wasn't the Tide at its full strength, but we still had some running issues there that started with the offensive line. I think Gino Vandermark's been beat up. He's a fifth-year senior. You just don't replace that overnight. And, the Tide just been on crutches. So major injuries that has hurt us most of all the last couple of weeks are Jam Miller. He's an explosive back. He missed the SEC championship. And without him in the running game and helping with the passing game, the offense just went backwards. -3 rushing yards. Tide feeling very uncomfortable. Josh Cuevas. What I say? Tight end is who? Running game is the quarterback's best friend. The tight end is his security blanket. He's missing his binky. He needs his binky, folks. And on defense, although defense has played well, LT Overton. Missing LT Overton, a defensive muscle, missing in action. This just gave Georgia offense way too much breathing room. We rotate guys in, but when it comes to the big guys and him pressing on that edge, on that corner over there, he's the kind of the guy that frees up Yanzi Pierre and Quay Russo so they can get even further around quicker and really put some pressure on the quarterback. Not having LT out there, I'm going to probably miss him next year. We need a replacement for him that can really make some things happen, whether it's Edric Hill or whoever. Somebody need to be putting some pressure on these outside protection for these quarterbacks, really on both sides. So, but head coach made it clear the team's considerably different, will be considerably different in the playoffs. So don't sleep on the Tide, because the guys that were sidelined, they're going to come back. They'll be out there and they're going to be hungry. So Alabama gets a week to rest before facing Oklahoma on December 19th. And that's like giving a heavyweight fighter time to ice all the bruises up, full stepping back into the ring. So expect pressure legs, sharper execution, and a meaner attitude. The Sooners are the first round matchup. They're good, but I think they're about to face a Tide squad that's healthier. But while I'm talking all this cash money ish, I will be remiss if I did not mention that we played them when we was pretty healthy. We jacked the game up. We screwed the game up a lot. Turnovers. We did produce, but the turnovers got us, and they got us by 2 points. So we about to try to prove that game was a fluke, and that the SEC championship was the biggest fluke and waste of power, energy, and man hours in the history of the SEC. Because I think their victory was a fluke. I think they know it. But now the boy is not whining about the injuries. He's promising to turn around. And, he's trying to do his little swagger thing, his little Midwest swagger. He ain't got that country swagger yet. He ain't got that Southern. He's coming. He gonna have to have an SEC championship or something. He start shaking his shoulders and stuff. But he acknowledged that it's a setback. But he won the world. That we're gonna come back stronger. So we are counting on that. Tide fans, you know the drill. This isn't rebuilding. It's reloading in the middle of the season. If you make it to the end, this will be considered maybe 75% of the journey. Crimson Tide, Kirby talked about it. Go watch his press conference. He said, folks, this is going to be normal next year. What the Tide just experienced. This is what Georgia and Crimson Tide just playing 9 SEC competitors, 9 SEC games, and how it leaves your team bruised up and battered. That great reward we got for going to Atlanta. This is going to be typical next year. And some lucky son of a gun is going to get, or two of them are going to be lucky enough to play in the SEC championship last year, and they will face their 10th SEC opponent. And I'm sorry, whoever it is, I don't want to hear nobody else saying nothing about that loser as well. The loser of that game. There will be a winner and a loser. It's going to be long and brutal. And why are we doing this? Because the Big Ten said, well, y'all need to play 9. Yeah, it's easy to play 9 conference championship when you know damn well 4 of yours ain't worth doo-doo. Y'all got people, y'all play outside of y'all conference that's better than the 4 of them teams y'all playing in the conference. So, but to be fair, we said we'll play 9 conference games, and doggone it, we're going to do it. Everybody else is doing it. And that brings me back to Notre Dame. How many conference games are they playing? How many people are on their schedule that say, I see what you did last week. Last year, y'all beat us. Y'all beat us because y'all had old boy, because y'all defensive line gone now. And do you realize that some of these teams, and it's always been this way, some teams, like, you just wait for, when you playing against Tim Tebow, you just wait for him to graduate, depending on what team you're talking about. You think if you was an Alabama fan, you didn't have a sigh of relief when Cam Newton said he was out? I ain't gonna lie, I was happy. And all these other teams that we play, Arkansas, they looking at all these teams like, yeah, I think we can. They 2-10, so they got to be looking at somebody that done smoked them out on their conference schedule, saying, is Auburn gonna have that boy? Who they losing in the portal? We scout each other. We know what we're dealing with. But when you Notre Dame, it's like, quarterback pretty tough, and a sophomore, and he gonna be coming back for another 2 years. How about we just take him off the schedule? We just take him off the schedule for the next 2 years. We ain't got to worry about that no more. That he gonna come from Pittsburgh doing that to us. We Notre Dame. And what does that mean? We can take people off our schedule when we damn well feel like it, and we ain't got to worry about seeing them again. And Lincoln Riley putting it together. Yeah, Lincoln Riley, we got him, but let's play UCLA instead. Now, I mean, let's play. I mean, because they have that. Let's just play UCLA. That's still California, right? I get worked up sometimes. Let me take it back to the Tide. Golly. Like I said, we may have been slowed down, but, we still trying to do this thing. We expect Alabama's playoff version. I get carried away. I get so upset talking about Notre Dame. I always have since 1979. Alabama's playoff version is healthier, sharper, and flat out scarier. If we're healthier, even if we make some mistakes, people gonna have to deal with this healthy team. And that's all we can. We just want our boys to put together a great effort. And I want y'all to know, our chances of winning this whole thing, given our running output, is pretty low. But I want everybody to remember where we are. We lost the GOAT. Most people hated the boy. I kind of looked at him like this. But I'm not a coach. I'm not an X and O guy. I just say, well, at least he won something and did something out there at the place. Nobody expected him to do it. But you still was like, so, but in a sense, he's in a sense, because Coach Saban set him up, he's in a good place. I won't say he's in a better record-wise, yes, better than Alabama, but what Coach Saban inherited versus what Coach DeBoer is inherited is Woo! The team was 30% worse, 45% worse. And, but he's been a good steward of the blessings that he's received, that being Coach Kalen DeBoer. So his message has been bold. Don't judge us by Georgia, just judge us by what's coming. And all right, Coach, I just got to say, man, these people have long memories. I haven't forgotten. I still can't get over the 24-3 of Oklahoma. I mean, losing to Vanderbilt was shocking enough, but I saw the fight. That Oklahoma thing was like, what in the hay? So here's the real question before I close this out. What's going on with Ty? What's going on with Ty Simpson? And as a quarterback, he's been asked to do what most quarterbacks are not being asked to do. And that is according to Brooks Austin, the film guy, who was paid for a living, I think, by Georgia to break down film and still does it today on his channel. Check him out. I'm learning a lot over there. Without a running game, producing more controlling numbers or controlling the clock, Ty needs to operate at full strength. Is there something going on with his back that the heating pad can't help? I think during the SEC championship or the Auburn game, I think it was the Auburn game, he was using some kind of pad on his back that was putting that heat on him. Now, Ty Simpson started the season, threading needles and dropping dimes like a future Heisman contender, if not winner. But since week 9 against South Carolina, the magic has faded. It's faded a lot. He looked pretty panicky in the pocket. His accuracy has dipped. He's ignoring second and third reads. He's like, he's just looked crazy. I mean, it's looked crazy out there for him. But rumors persist, and fans and analysts are whispering, is Ty Simpson hurt? Some point out about the back issue maybe, or some other lingering physical problems. The heating pad during the Iron Bowl did not help the rumors, whichever game that was. Whatever the case, the quarterback that once looked like a number 1 draft pick, just to be honest, that was my dream. Get him, performed so well, he goes to the NFL, and we can move on to the other guys and, be dynamic and great. But it looks like he's carrying more weight than just the Tide offense. It looks like something's going on. I hope the family is okay. I hope his mental is okay, because the impact on the Tide's offense, without Ty at full strength, Alabama his offense has been sputtering, whether it's mental or physical. The crisp timing routes gone, the fearless throws in the tight windows missing. It's like watching a Ferrari just stuck in second gear. Still powerful, but not able to hit that top speed. We survive, however, on flashes of brilliance. But heading into the playoffs, we need the team to be on fire. Without that running game, I don't know how far we're going to make it. So the Crimson Tide knows injuries happen, but the QB position is the heartbeat of the team. From McElroy to whoever, McElroy, McCarron, Coker, Bryce Young, Tua, Jalen, whoever, it's the heartbeat. The other Jalen. If Simpson's back or something is limiting him, the Tide need answers fast. Do you go to Austin Mack? I'm telling you, the boy can spin it. Yeah, Ty Simpson surprised us. Maybe Austin Mack could surprise us. There's no need of going through a whole game watching him struggle. Now, it would just be nice if we just go out there and with our hampered QB and run 275 yards a game for the remainder of the playoffs. It could happen, but it's not likely at all. Right now, Simpson's play is at expectation, though, because this was not expected from an SEC starter, how we started for the first 8 games of the season, minus the FSU. Ty spoiled us, though, and now he is too chill and cautious. He's too laid back. But if he shakes off the pain or whatever it is and controls his brain, because it just could be something in his head. Maybe he's just not confident in his offensive line, or he knows that the running back is in the game is not going to pick up that blitzer. Because first of all, he's standing over there and the blisters over there. So does he even see him? He don't know. You know, defenses better watch out, because if he gets his rhythm, the Tide offense could cover the playoffs as smooth as grease in a hot doggone can. I mean, pour it out, just make it happen. If Simpson gets totally healthy and focused, the Tide offense could go from sputtering to scorching. This is what we're hoping for. Alabama's QB situation is shaky, to say the least, and the running game is non-existent. With whispers of the back or something dogging Ty Simpson, it's just scaring everybody to death. But if he recovers, expect the Tide to roll with the same bold energy that defines Tuscaloosa football. The playoff will be Alabama's unleashed version, but if he does that, we can be, just unleash Alabama all over these people is talking stuff. Y'all ain't supposed to be there. Y'all not supposed to be this, that, and the other. I'm so sick of hearing these folks' voices. I just hope he can come back and just be just as strong as he was, because it's kind of the equivalent of Georgia losing their quarterback, then going into the playoffs, and everybody like, oh, yeah, Oklahoma blew everybody out. Did they? I mean, Ohio State. Did they play everybody full strength? Is that what happened? It's not what I saw. Georgia could have won that thing last year. That's just my opinion. Georgia could have won that thing last year. Oklahoma, I just want y'all to buckle up, because we coming. And I just got a feeling that the Tide is about to roll in, and roll in with massive force. So we'll see you guys tomorrow with day 5. And I'm just trying to find stories to tell you guys what's going on with the Crimson Tide. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. Tell people about us. Join me over on TikTok. Find me at Tight Sports. My day, just giving you a little behind the scenes, having some fun, show you how I do my hair in the morning and share makeup tips, things like that. But whatever you do, always remember, roll, tide, roll.